Oh, let's see what we get here. Fritz 18 NNUE against Stockfish 8, and we have a French defense here in my new notebook. Let's see what we get here. Okay, C5, of course. I let them play without opening book or table base. Let's see how interesting this game gets. So far, they kind of play mainline stuff. Queen to b6. Well, knight c6 is to be preferred here, but I don't know why. Probably both moves are interchangeable. So let's see. Knight f3, protecting the pawn. And after knight c6, I usually go a3. A3 is now the main move. Let's see what we get here by Fritz 18. I usually play the move a3 here. Preparing to go b4. Yes, does it. Now f6 by Stockfish 8. Okay, that's interesting. Usually you go, I think, knight ge7 to f5 or to g6. Okay, now bishop to d3. Bishop usually belongs on this square anyway, so let's see what Stockfish does. I kind of think that the modern engine Fritz 18 will win, but let's see. Notice it's the French defense, so let's see. Okay, and now we go c4. So the bishop is hit. The bishop probably goes to c2. At least I would put it on c2. I don't really know what it would do on e2. Okay, now white has one problem in the French advanced variation. Well, more than one, but one bigger problem, and that's the b2 pawn. Because it's always attacked by the queen, and when it falls, the rook would also be attacked. And how is this bishop on c1 coming out? I would maybe go b4 at a certain moment, but I'm not so sure. Maybe now Stockfish is going knight e7. Let's think about it. This is the first game on this notebook. Let's see. Stockfish is down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Plays the move g6. Okay, I don't understand that, but it has some. Maybe he wants to go bishop h6 or something. So let's see. Maybe b4 now is an idea. Okay, goes with knight b d2, just developing. Let's see how Stockfish is continuing this. Maybe this knight wants to come to f1 to g3 or e2. Let's see. Also, the rook can come to b1 to protect the pawn now. But in any case, e5 is now hanging. So let's see what Fritz does against it. Just castling. Wow. Leaving the pawn hanging. Okay. Let's see. Why can't you take this pawn? I would take knight takes e5 without any thought. Okay, doesn't do it. Okay, rook e1, and now the pawn is protected sufficiently. I don't think black has so many difficulties in this game. Yeah, this light square bishop, but okay. Okay, black also castles. Yeah, this is usually the case. Black has this f file, this semi-open f file. Okay, but the problem for black is what is he doing with the light square bishop? All his pawns are on light squares, and yeah, you can't really reroute it. Yeah, you can put it on d7, so the rooks are connected, but not that much more. Okay, a4. a5 is not an idea, but okay. Gaining some space on the queen side. Let's see. Oh, maybe you want to go. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I would have gone knight f1 to g3, but I'm not sure what to do here for white. I would have thought for a minute before playing the move a4 because it's not really threatening anything. Let's see what Stockfish does. Queen a5. Okay, wants maybe to go b3 and put the bishop on b6 and maybe put the bishop on b7 or a6. Otherwise, I don't really understand this. Okay, now knight f1, the move I would have played before. And now queen b6. Stockfish is without ideas, basically. But it's difficult for him to do something. Yeah, so let's see. I mean, queen a5 to b6 back is pretty nonsense. Fred's playing it normal, putting the knight on f1, gaining some space on the queen side as well, having a strong e5 pawn. Yeah, well, Stockfish is also kind of rock solid, but let's see what he's gonna do here. 3 minutes against 145. Stockfish has to hurry. Yeah, otherwise it will lose on time. Yeah, it's getting 5 seconds increments per move, but well. Okay, let's quickly have some evaluations from both engines. So let's first ask Stockfish 8 what he's thinking about the position currently. Says it's a bit better for white. Okay, let's see what Fritz is telling us. Okay, h4, that's an interesting move. Trying to go h5, maybe queen back. Okay, well, Fritz gives it as even as well here, so no problems. Okay, h5. Okay, yeah, well, now the attack is coming. Now the attack is coming, but still. Okay, now Stockfish took on e5, which is, well, a pawn is a pawn. I don't think white is better here. Without this e-pawn, it's a bit difficult now. Okay, now knight to g5. Let's see. Stockfish gives it a 0-0-0. Fritz still gives it a slight edge to white. So now rook f6, hg5, hg6, hg6. Well, it's an interesting position, to be honest. Let's see what you go. Queen to d4 is what Fritz wants. Also, Stockfish is expecting queen to d4, and there you go. Oh, maybe the queen wants to go to h4 and do some damage there. Okay, knight f7. Stockfish has to defend here. Let's see. 2 minutes 34 against 1 minute 20 for Stockfish. So Fritz is what on earth is that? Knight h7. What? Why couldn't you take this? Okay, instead we have e5, so the queen maybe goes to h4. Or, well, knight f6 actually wins a rook there, wins the exchange. Wow, that's a brutal game. Really have to figure the nuances out after. Maybe. Okay, knight takes f6 check, that's an exchange. I think, well, both engines give it as even. But I'd prefer white here, to be honest. Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's an exchange, but those pawns marching forward is quite cruel. And Fritz has leveled the time nearly. I don't really understand any of those moves. I mean, knight h7, what was that? There was nothing. Could have taken. Just put the knight on h7 to hit the rook. Well, now the rook is dead. Both engines have a minute 20 left on the clock, approximately. Let's see, bishop f6. What? And they agreed to a draw there. Well, that's the first game on my notebook. That's game. So, see you later. Ciao.